Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and I got a notification for this particular live video that just went live like a second or two ago. Huh. It's odd. I didn't get a notification for the video that I just did live in the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo. I just unveiled, made known my choice for this year's top tech toy. It was a good one. I like it. I'm not going to talk about it here, or at least extensively, because you got to watch that video, you know, if you're interested in tech. Which I know you're not. Sorry. I'll get back to other things. Don't worry. This particular live video, the Lockergnome Daily Report, is for you. You can ask me anything. You can super chat. You can type a comment during the live broadcast. I can respond to it. Hopefully you've turned on notifications. You can join Discord chat by becoming either a patron or a sub. Links are in the video description, patreon.com/Chris Pirillo or twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. I want to begin by first thanking Zach, Z-A-K, for sending along this particular Vader hot beverage or cold beverage container, because I told them, I said, look, you know, I've really enjoyed the Death Trooper beverage container that you've passed along. The problem is when I'm, you know, doing the live videos and I set the not device, not gadget, the container down, the lid kind of flaps into the middle of the video. So now this is, I would say, far less obtrusive, and it is Darth Vader-y. The only thing that I would say about this that I don't like as much is that I can't put the actual tea bags in because I'm afraid I won't be able to get them out, but I do have tea in there. Ooh. Sorry for being cranky, says Liz. Well, why would you... What? It's Monday morning. Who isn't cranky? I should never do videos in the morning. Certainly not on Monday. But at least Liz has got her own emoji there. Earl Green asks, "What do you think about the new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. storyline?" You know, Earl, I've got mixed feelings about this one. I'm like, this is really different. I mean, they've been different lately, but like this one's like radically different, like insanely different. I like it in the sense it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm going to let it play out. I will come back to you, Earl, after the season's over. That's when I'm going to get back to you. Zach apparently has made something for... Oh! Look at that! He's even got my wacky part. Look, but the parts in my hair that just are so wacky because it's like I sleep on my head like that or something. Like my hair just parts in the middle. I'm like Moss from the IT crowd. Oh man, that's like spectacularly creepy. How close that looks to the real thing. I was just doing a little thumbnail there, a pose for a thumbnail. That's wow, dude. He's got the stubble, right? The facial hair. Let me put it this way. The test is, does Jedi recognize who it is? If she does, then it's all good. So we've got, look, we're getting new emoji by the day here. You sent Liz all the high-res files. That's hilarious. See what could happen? Do this. This is what you got to do. This is so if you're doing it, what Liz very often needs is like my head or the body and the head with no background, because then it's a transparent layer that she can slap over something else. So like it could be something, but then my body is like interjected or my head floats there, you know. I don't know what people do with thumbnails, but it's good thumbnail fodder, that is for sure. No, that's fantastic. Thank you. We also have, that was a super chat, by the way. Zach did a super chat to say, "Chris, I made you something, hope you like it." And then we got another super chat from Christopher Drawn asking, with Disney possibly buying 21st Century Fox, or 21st Century Fox, do you think we'll get an original cut of New Hope? Or A New Hope. Man, I'm all over the place. I would hope, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Disney has kind of moved on from it, and to revert would mean striking certain things from canon. I'd like to see something like that happen, and the fans, of course, would just adore it. I think it would have to be accommodated in a way that I'm not sure Disney's equipped to handle. Because I think once they've made a modification, they usually don't go back and reverse it in terms of, you know, a story. And certainly this has been a sensitive subject for fans. But I think most of the world is fine with things how they turned out, in terms of the special editions. I'd like to see the original cut restored. I mean, I think the original's in the Library of Congress. You can see it. You have to have special access, special privileges, but it's in horrid condition. I would like to have the original cut saved for posterity, digitized for posterity. The despecialized edition, but I'm not sure how that would fit into Disney's plans. But would I get it? Absolutely. Would I want something like that to happen? Possibly. Do I think it needs to happen? No, not necessarily. Liz pinned another message to this channel. I'm not sure what it was, but hang on. I gotta take a sip of my hot tea, which is still hot. That's good stuff. So, speaking of good stuff, major shout out to Randy K 1977. Man, he's been hanging around a lot. Because I've memorized his username. At least I'm pretty sure that's his username. He sent a haul to me based on my Amazon wish list that still exists. I was looking for the paper. Oh, there we go. So it came courtesy of another name, but that's okay. We know who Randy K 1977 is. So I wanted to basically show what Randy had sent items from my haul, from my wish list. So it turned out to be a haul. Like, I've got it right here. First up is something I'm actually going to remove from the package because the package came busted. So I don't feel so bad about opening it. This is a projector pen, which I think Jedi is also going to love. I think she's going to play with this one because I will show you as I remove it from the packaging. Man, well, this is kind of challenging to open given that it started with a break. I thought this would be a lot easier to remove from the packaging. Hopefully I don't slice myself with the plastic. All right, there we go. We've got Rey on the bottom and BB-8 on the top. And then I can project BB-8 onto surfaces. Let me see. Is that too bright? Is that too bright for everybody? Can I do it on that surface? Can you see BB-8 on my computer there? There you can. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, dude, she's going to love this. She is going to adore this pen. In fact, I think I'm going to... I hope you don't mind, Randy K. I'm going to make this Jedi's pin. I've decided to do it just because I think that's so amazing. She's going to love this. The Wookiees will bring it to her tomorrow. The Wookiees brought the IG-88 character car. Well, no, I'm sorry, not a character car, but the special Walmart edition cars. The Bounty Hunter series is out. So they brought her an IG-88 today. Even though I knew that she was looking for either the Bosk one or the Boba Fett one. So as she goes to the little stocking where the gift was, she picked it up and she says, I didn't want this one. I'm like, 3-year-old, I didn't want this one. And then she turns it over and said, I want that one, or that one, and that one. And like, so basically she got something from the Wookiees that she didn't want. I mean, I said, okay, so you don't want it? And then she wanted me to open it. So she was kind of like conflicted. It's interesting, though. She knew what she wanted. She knew what she wanted. The Boba Fett car. So now I'm going to struggle to try to find a Walmart that actually has that car. It's like a red pickup truck with Boba Fett on it. Hopefully I can find one today. What else was sent by Randy? Another one of these light-up pens. This one has a First Order Stormtrooper. I'm going to keep this one in the package. I hope you don't mind. We also have a 5-pack of stick pens. I did not have this particular set of pins, but I've really, and especially recently, been fascinated by the desk accessories well, specifically Star Wars labeled desk accessories, because Jedi's been using them a lot more. This is one that I'm probably going to open. I probably shouldn't, but we've got some pencils that have a traditional top, an eraser, and then I guess some kind of twistable bottom. It's colored mechanical pencils. The reason I'd open is because there is a Vader in here, as well as R2, a Stormtrooper, it looks like Chewbacca, and Boba Fett. A nice little packet. Or I'd put another one on the wish list and keep it there, until I thought, okay, maybe I need to pick up another package. But the reason why is because she's been coloring a lot more, writing a lot more. I'm inclined not to give her the pencils because they're pump pencils, right? And I'm afraid that she would just keep twisting until the graphite fell out. Another thing that I got on the wish list from Randy K, 1977, Post-its, or stickies, I should say. Traditionally, the Star Wars stickies have not been great because the sticky part it just kind of it doesn't peel off as nicely as I've seen from other manufacturers. But it's nice to have stickies that are Star Wars themed, a variety of sizes. We got some vertical ones that are more horizontal in terms of the sizes, and then of course various characters. This is the Force Awakens pack. Or maybe it could kind of be the Force Awakens pack as well as the Last Jedi pack. Although I know Rey looks different in the Last Jedi as does Finn, so it's not exactly Last Jedi friendly, but that's okay. I will love it anyway. Then we also have villains playing cards. I did not have this particular collectible helmet, and don't worry, the box is ripped. I kind of like ripped boxes. I'm not ripped, but my boxes are. There's your quote of the day. Let's see here. How does this open? How does it turn? How does it work? I know not, my liege. There we go. Look at that. So we can pop out the cards. Oh, love that design. Oh, so this one is another one of those items that just sits there and looks amazing. I do happen to have a drawer O cards with various tins and collectibles. I have the Vader one. I have there's a card set with Vader from Vader that they made a few years ago, and it kind of works the same way. It's the Darth Vader playing cards, Darth Vader themed playing cards. So in the shape of the helmets, wonderful. Isn't it funny? I know exactly where my Darth Vader collectibles are. Then I saw this little thing, which when Diana saw it, coming out of the packages that I was opening, she said, "Oh, did you get that for Jedi?" I'm like, no, it's get it for Jedi. It's small, it's diminutive, but she needs like the larger Rubik's cubes. It's not a Rubik's cube; it's a character cube, a collectible cube. But I wanted it because it got Darth Vader on the side of it. I thought it was kind of cool. It was a little collectible. They don't make them anymore, and they should. I mean, these things are fun. I would never mess it up, though, because I can't get these things back to where they should have been in the beginning. I'm not done. There's at least 2 more things that came along. I told you, this is a haul. Thank you. Thank you so much. Another thing I did not have, the 6 deck, 5 dice playing card collector set. It comes with 6 decks of cards, as well as dice with Star Wars on them. So they are official Star Wars die, each individual one, with a bonus deck right here. So you get 7 decks in one. This is exciting. I mean, these are the things that I could have only dreamed about as a kid. Having playing cards that were Star Wars themed. We didn't have such a thing. No, they didn't exist. And then last but not least, we have Victor Guard 3, the Victor Guard being the code name for the Praetorian Guard. Now, the good news is I have one of these that is going to remain in the box. So that means this one gets to come out of its box. Give me a second. I'm going to slice into this very carefully. And if I'm so inclined, I'm going to actually remove the Praetorian Guard from its packaging, theoretically. It's nice to be a collector. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. Can you believe it? You probably can't. Can you? Can you believe it? I can't. This is an Amazon exclusive. Thank you very, very much, because I've got, a whole Praetorian Guard collection going on, not just with the 6-inch series, but also the 3 3/4-inch series. Oh, so cool. Randy K says, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but you also have a Star Wars highlighters coming this week, too. Woo! Jedi has been wanting those. Highlighters. She grabbed our highlighter. I'm like, no, baby, no. It's a marker that we have to use. But I wanted to get her own highlighter that I think she would enjoy from the Wookiees. The Wookiees are basically like a chance for us to give her small gifts every day leading up to Christmas Day. And she's been enjoying it, apart from the IG-88 car, which was a total failure. It is kind of like Christmas in the Pirillo house today, kind of every day. These are the new mechanical pencils, by the way. And you can't, by the way, you can't have too many of these writing utensils or office supplies lying around. And so if you're going to get an office supply, you might as well get one that ties to something that you love. I mean, does anybody just love a pen? Some people do. If you collect pens, people collect pens. But I would rather have a pencil that is something that I love. I love this pencil, not because it's a pencil, because it's Star Wars. But I don't want to give Jedi one of these too soon because, again, I don't want her to lose the graphite. But anyway, thank you very, very, very much, Randy King 1977. Thank you. This is absolutely outstanding. I love and appreciate every single one of these things. I'll be opening up the Victor Guard, the Elite Praetorian Guard, very, very, very soon. Not going to do it right now, though. Not to ruin the surprise. Not going to do it in this video. It's not an unboxing. It's an AMA, but I had to give credit where it was due. Thank you for taking a look at my Amazon wish list. That's, I guess, why I built it. Let's see here. I thought I missed a question. Oh, there we go. I knew I missed a question. Chris, do you still collect the Star Wars 3.75 5 POA stuff, or have you kind of moved on to the 6-inch stuff? No, I'm still very much a fan of the 3.75-inch figures. That's my scale. It's always been my scale, will likely always be my scale. I love the 6-inch line for different reasons. But as far as the figures are concerned, I love the Lego minifigures. I love the more articulated, larger figures, the 5 POA classic lines of 3.75-inch figures. The bulkier figures, not as much of a fan. Like, for example, the new Mighty Mugs reboot. This is interesting to me, but it's cool that you can now change the helmet. These will be available very soon. Hasbro sent this to me a few weeks early, and I think I featured it in a photo on Star Wars Radar. But I would not be inclined to get all the Mighty Mugs. They're a bit large. I may get another one specifically for Jedi. I mean, I think she'll have fun specifically with the head. But I wouldn't necessarily chase down the entire thing. Like I kind of slowed down on a lot of the pop vinyl as well, just because of the size. It was just it's too bulky. It's difficult to maintain that kind of collection. They have too many of them, and they're too large. Fun, but I have to focus on those larger things. These are fun, but I can basically get them all, and will. That's what I want to do. If you want to get them all, you can. You could possibly even earn gift cards, courtesy of go.tagjag.com/free points. Another Amazon, another way that for years I was able to fuel a lot of Amazon purchases through the gift cards that I earned, courtesy of go.tagjag.com/free points. We paid for a lot of diapers with the gift card budget. Jedi's almost out of the diapers, though. SkyCop70 comes in and says, just because I finally got a notification. I'm so glad, SkyCop70. We've also taken to every day posting a roundup of all the new videos and links, like the deals from deals.lockergnome.com. We've shared them on 3 of the channels for the community. In the community tab, creators, as long as we have 10,000 subscribers or more, can post an update. So that's effectively what we've done, or what we intend on doing every weekday. And then over the weekend, I did a kind of a digest of saying, hey, here's 15 videos that you may have missed across these 3 channels. And so hopefully, one way, shape, or form, you're going to be notified in a grand sense what we might have published on the average day across social media, or across the average week. Zach Rajawi comes in with a question. In your opinion, what's been the most successful acquisition in the consumer tech world? Oh. Consumer tech. Most successful acquisition. Maybe I haven't thought about it long enough. What is it? Stump the Wumpus? Like, I gotta think about this one. What would be the most successful acquisition? Consumer tech. Well, it'd possibly be in the startup space, if anything. The Instagram, Facebook acquiring Instagram. I mean, it's not an exciting acquisition, but they've definitely parlayed that. And Instagram is absolutely consumer tech. In fact, it's now been suggested that Facebook is going to move to doing kind of regram posts, or like retweets. No, I wouldn't say that YouTube's been a successful acquisition. I think Google's done a lot to mess up YouTube to the point where people complain that they don't even get notifications. YouTube can't nail down simple things, or Google can't even nail down simple things. YouTube was not the most successful acquisition. Instagram has only gotten better over time. The regram feature, I think, will be useful. Maybe not for people who are inclined to be egotistical on Instagram, which I'm not. I very rarely post selfies. But, you know, I like taking pictures of other things, and those things could be regrammed. Or, you know, my toy photography could potentially be regrammed. Things that are more creative. So I think a regram option would be most welcomed for my particular use case of Instagram. Oh, yes, there's my Amazon wish list, thank you. It's an esoteric link there, but I think the link is in the video description. The full link is in the video description. And you know what? If Amazon gifts keep coming in, I'd be happy to keep talking about it. Happy to keep sharing. Happy to keep showing. I mean, this is fun. Trust me. It is a lot of fun for me to get Star Wars stuff that I otherwise would not have received. Trust me. I mean, there's a lot of things that I just don't get. I can't. It's like, okay, because it's one more thing. It's like, do I really need it? No, but would I love it? Yes. Thank you. Disney Park exclusives coming your way, too. Thank you, Shirag. Yes, Shirag was recently at Disney World, and he asked us, hey, is there anything you want? I was looking specifically for the Holiday Droid, so I think that's what's coming. And then he also got a Disney pin set that he asked me about, and I said, no, don't worry about it, because the only thing I'd want in there is the Vader, and I don't want to buy the rest of them, but I think he says he's throwing that in. So let me know what I owe in terms of shipping, handling, and purchasing directly. The only other Disney Park exclusive I was looking for was the AT-AT. It's a Disneyland exclusive. There's an Imperial Walker, an AT-AT, an AT-AT, popcorn bucket. But you can only get it in Disneyland, and so he wasn't there. He was at Disney World. But anyway, I was very, very happy. You know, if you can find something that I can't get, especially overseas, that's very, very exciting. Randy K 1977 asks, how do you deal with distractions? You produce a lot of content, and I wonder how you stay on task. Routines and grooves, and planning, and following momentum. Instead of doing 3 live videos throughout the day, I try to bang them out, boom, boom, boom. Just get them done, because I want to make sure that we have enough velocity rolling off of one live video to the next. So right now we're doing a live Chris Pirillo video in the youtube.com/Chris Pirillo channel first, and then we roll into the video that you're watching now, the Lockergnome Daily Report, TLDR for short, in this channel. And then from there, I've been flowing into Creator Advocate, youtube.com/Creator Advocate, because the idea is that I think the most popular video I might do, and it depends on the day, it depends on the topic, would be in the Chris Pirillo channel. Secondarily, the Daily AMA, and then tertiarily, at a far distance, would be the Creator Advocate channel, more focused on creator types. Or questions like this, how do you do it? And it's finding a workflow, tweaking, and modifying, and just going with the flow to the end of your tasks. Having a routine set up, I think, is critical, and that's where being repetitive, being something, or having a system set up such that, in my mind, I don't have to redo things over and over again. I can maintain that energy and maintain that flow. It's one of the reasons why I don't mind doing these live videos in the morning as much as I did in the evening. I like doing them in the evening, but given that recently we've seen a greater influx of viewers in the morning than we had in the evening, I was more inclined to do the videos in the morning. Now I can get them done and then move on with other tasks that I need to take care of throughout the day, and don't have to have this sort of Damocles just kind of, hovering over me at the end of the day, saying, oh, I've got to remember, I got to do this at that time, I got to do this at this time, versus being up in the morning, being prepared, and then doing these mission critical things earlier rather than later. So it's just about adjusting and finding workflow and doing your best to stick with it. 10 more days, 10 hours, 11 minutes, 37 seconds till Star Wars The Last Jedi. Cannot wait! Is Jedi getting hyped for Life Day, Chris? And how hyped are you for The Last Jedi? Well, Life Day has come and gone, but we do celebrate Life Day season. The Wookiees visit once a day. Now, that's the new routine, once a day. That's what we get to do. We get to check out the little stocking that Jedi has. It's a tiny little stocking. I think she wanted the one with the Stormtrooper on it. And she was very disappointed with today's gift, but maybe tomorrow's she'll be very happy with. I think she'll be insanely happy with this one. Like, she has the propensity of, like, flashing things in her eye sometimes, though, so I'm a little worried about that. Yeah, she of course is excited. She doesn't know much about The Last Jedi, but I'm excited. I've tried not to think about it too much. I've been following news, but not, just immersing myself in it. The OnePlus 5T is basically being released in a Star Wars special edition in India. This is something that I meant to talk about, but I'm disappointed because A, I don't have one. B, I don't have the prospect of getting one. C, I don't live in India. And D, it doesn't seem that it's going to be a wider release. So it's just curious why they would do something like that. I have a feeling it has to do with regional licensee shortcomings. But yeah, that would be if I was to get a 5T, that would be the one. So even if I was able to do a device drive for the OnePlus 5T Star Wars Special Edition, I don't think we'd A, make that as Device Fund's goal, and B, even if I did have that, I don't think that it would be easy to attain, not being someone who lives in India, nor knowing anybody who lives in India who would be able to help. So I know you may live in India, that's great, but that doesn't mean I can trust you. Yeah, it was a major disappointment. The OnePlus 5T Star Wars Edition is a major disappointment for all the aforementioned reasons. So it would have been nice. It would have been nice, but as such, it is a massive disappointment. Oh. It was a crushing blow. I can get a hold of one, just don't know how much shipping customs. Not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth the cost. Not worth the hassle. I don't want to deal with it. If it's not a review unit, it's off the table. By the time I could figure it out, it'd be 2 months from now. The Star Wars thing would have come and gone. If I can't get it within the first week, when it's a gadget, the chances of it happening drop from 90% down to like 5%. So it's not likely going to happen again. It's why the OnePlus 5T Star Wars Special Edition seems to be a disappointment for me. Why did they do that? Why did they do it that way? I don't know. I never found out. I never found anybody at OnePlus to connect with to get questions answered. Hard for you to catch the early streams. Appreciate you being present in Discord all day. I am. I get notifications in Discord, though. The replies in Discord are sometimes disconnected from the time that you use it to the time that I'm able to see it or reply to it. So it may be hours before I see a mention in Discord that I could actually address, and I apologize for that. Sometimes it's not exactly, unless we're there at the same time. Sometimes notifying me doesn't always work very well because sometimes I miss the notification, and that's unfortunate because I wish it was easier, because I don't know after I reply if you see my notification, even if I pass along something and saying, hey, make sure you see this. It doesn't always happen. John Smith asks a question, which is a fantastic question. And we're probably going to be winding down here in the next couple of minutes, so this may be the final question. Why would anybody even consider that OnePlus, even after they were proven to send identifiable user information to China? It's a great question, isn't it? They've made moves to correct their privacy oversights, enough for me to feel that I could place my faith in them. I mean, they're under a great degree of scrutiny. They also were discovered to have had this back door of sorts that if the right conditions were met, effectively you could gain access to everything in a device. They may have corrected it. I don't know. I haven't looked too deeply into it. I'm not a OnePlus user. That's not my community at all. But, I guess as long as they remain under scrutiny, I guess I'm fine with it. Not to say that you should be okay with it. It's just that they have made moves to correct their oversights after they were called out. I wish they didn't get to that point where they were having to constantly correct oversights. But every company has oversights. It's how they address those particular problems. And I feel they were transparent enough with their response that I would be relatively confident in using them moving forward. Thank you, Zach. For that particular graphic. That's amazing. I love it! I love it! And I love you! I do. I really do. I've been saying this for a while. I know you're probably very busy planning on continuing to do the Star Wars Radar channel, or at the moment is your focus on running your other channels. No, I will. It'll likely be spinning up again with the release of The Last Jedi. I'll have a lot of topics to dive into, so I'll be doing at least 4 live videos a day for you, including one that is absolutely dedicated to Star Wars. This one had a lot of Star Wars in it, thanks to Randy K1977 for supporting my Amazon wishlist. I love you. I appreciate you. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you.